Does ISIS actively recruit military personnel, and how do you go about this?
We absolutely do. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, ISIS is a small veteran-owned company. Two of the owners are retired military. One is former military. My husband's retired military, so definitely our focus is on military folks and helping them to make that transition. Obviously, a number of the folks coming out of the military have excellent skills, and we know that they're going to be excellent employees. So we definitely look at that market. As far as how we source those people, again, through the job boards, a number of military obviously post their resumes out on all the job boards, and they come to job fairs. And again, because so many of our employees are former military, we get them also through the referral program. So yeah, absolutely.
Are there any particular positions you're looking to fill that you would like to have military personnel?
Oh, absolutely. I always looking for systems engineers that can do full life cycle engineering, systems integrators, network engineers particularly. We get a number of those coming out of the military. Some of them are imagery scientists that have that particular background supporting particular intelligence agencies while they're on active duty. So we're always looking for people with that kind of expertise.
How do you assist military personnel in their transition to private industry?
I know that they're usually pretty nervous about making these decisions, and I tell them it's not that big of a step. So I usually recommend a couple of things. Probably one of the first things is to really sit down and decide what is it you're looking for in your next career move. Is it important to you to climb a corporate ladder? Do you want to be a VP of a corporation? Are you an individual that's much more focused on the mission, and do you want to work closer to the mission? Are you interested in doing business development? Those are the kinds of things that I think are really important that you sort out before you start on your search, because it can make a great deal of difference in the type of work and particularly the type of company that you're going to be working for. Typically a larger company has the corporate ladder that you can climb. Smaller companies are usually more focused on the mission, closer to the mission, usually fairly flat, like ISIS is a fairly flat organization, not a lot of bureaucracy. So I tell people who are getting ready to transition out of the military, whether they're leaving after a few years of service or they're retiring, to really do their homework, not only researching companies, but really sit down with themselves and really try to think through what is it that they're looking for in the next career move that they're ready to make. I think the other thing too is back again to the salary issue. I think they really need to think that through. Again, because that's going to be a question that's going to come up pretty early in the interview phase. And again, depending on what their goals are, it can make a tremendous difference as to what kind of company they want to go work for. Larger companies have a bigger overhead. Sometimes they don't have as much flexibility on salaries. A small company like ISIS, if you're retired military or if you get your medical through a spouse, can be more flexible on a salary. And so those are some of the things, again, that can really make a difference for money in your pocket. I have a lot of military folks that I talk to that aren't all that concerned about the benefits. They feel as if there's benefits there, that's good enough because they don't need medical, because they have TRICARE through the government. But that's not necessarily true. It can really cost them money if they don't really understand how a 401k program works. Some companies only make the contribution to the 401k at the end of the year. My company has a great contribution, 6%, and it's done every single paycheck. So that means that you're getting that money going into your 401k and working for you immediately. Also, we have no vesting. So you're immediately 100% vested day one with the company. That can make a tremendous difference, particularly when you're on your second career and you may not be planning on working another 10, 15 years. If you do make a change, you're not leaving anything on the table. So it's those types of things that really military folks that are transitioning really need to sit down and really take a look at what are company benefits and is it going to make a difference actually to them in dollars and cents.
Why does ISIS want to hire military personnel?
Well, certainly military personnel bring a lot to the table. Their work ethic, their understanding of the mission brings a great deal of value to a project, because most of our work is in support of the military in one fashion or another. If you don't understand who's at the other end of the project and who is receiving the information, sometimes you're really not aware how critical this project is. So having people who have actually been boots on the ground and understand exactly the meaning of the work that they're doing here in Northern Virginia or Maryland and the impact that it has on active duty members is huge. Military folks are used to working hard, having good work ethics. Ethics in general is very important to our company. We want people who are going to have high ethical standards and represent the company well. That's how our company grows, through our reputation and word of mouth. And so we know that hiring military folks, that's a given, that we're going to see those kinds of qualities in these types of people. So, you know, we are continuing to support the mission in our way, and I tell people retiring from the military that you may wear a little bit different uniform, but you're still there supporting the mission and making a difference.